First time I met Jack, it was my first day into recovery. I'd recently been given an ultimatum by my mum to either go to jail or to rehab. So what was going on in my head at that time was, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I went into my first day of rehab and met Jack. And I was a little bit frazzled as he did welcome me with open arms and a big smile and almost like a halo above his head. And I was feeling quite the opposite, but I did feel comfortable instantly when I met Jack, as he made me feel welcome and like I was in the right space, and that was something I hadn't felt in quite a long time.
Yeah.
My addiction was chaotic from start to finish. Towards the end of it though, it was just chaotic. It really was. I'd ended up in jail as a 22-year-old girl of whom never thought she would end up there, and it had just come to a point where I had only two options really, was to carry on with my addiction and go wherever that was going to take me, or take the next step and get clean.
And what were you mainly using?
My drug of choice was ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With everything that came with it, but mainly ice. That's what kept me going.
Yeah. You want to get recovery or change things up?
Not at all.
Yeah.
At that moment in my life, I was sort of just there because my mum had pushed me towards it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that recovery was even an option or that it was even available.
Yeah.
So I sort of went in with a closed mind, but also quite desperate. The shift probably started happening for me. It was probably a couple of days into my recovery, and I was in quite close contact with Jack. Because we'd work one-on-one together, and he was running a few of the lectures that I was in. And I just was quite interested in how he had changed his life, because I didn't know that was, like I said previously, wasn't an option. I didn't know that we could get clean or we could be happy. I was quite miserable. And it was through Jack's persona and how he presented himself and what he was saying that captivated me.
Yep.
And from then on, I kind of just wanted to be like Jack, but the female version. The first key thing was just being around people who had been through what I was going through. That was really good. It was like a chance to connect with people that were on the same level as me and didn't judge me. I didn't feel embarrassed with my stories. I didn't want to run and hide. I felt like I could just be myself, which was probably the first thing, as I hadn't felt like I could be myself around anyone in a very long time.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it was, what we were learning in rehab was quite interesting. I found it, I'd never looked that deeply inside of me. I knew there was something going on inside of me, but I'd never looked that far in to really grasp an understanding of exactly what it was that was making me, use drugs. What is my life like now? It's great. I'm quite normal now, for lack of a better word. I have normal dramas. I'm not in trouble with the cops every second day. Instead, I'm just in trouble with my mum, for example, for not doing my laundry, or I have normal boy dramas, or I have normal, I have to pay bills now.
Yeah. And
I have normal friends who don't want me to commit crime to be around with them. We can just sit on the decking and like we are right now and have like a cigarette and have a laugh, and that's just us hanging out.
Awesome.